This next comic coming to the stage, really good friend of mine. He came all the way from Philly just to entertain you guys tonight. Yes, I want y'all to put your hands together for Trayvon Fulton.
Hey, what's happening, beloved people? How we doing this evening? We good? Yeah. Give it up for all the comedians you've seen so far. Give it up for them, yeah. And for Jennifer's song, it was only like 3 people clapping on beat. It's all good. I heard. It's a race joke, but yeah, man. Look, Veterans Day, man. This our day, baby. This our day. Free food, baby. Free food. Y'all didn't partake. Y'all ain't partaking tomorrow. Y'all doing it? Y'all free in here. I mean, I'm talking about anywhere else. You know, y'all didn't really. Okay, I don't know about y'all. I be partaking, God dog. I use it for everything, right? I tell everybody. They be like, you late. I be like, you only got the right to say that because of me. You know, you're welcome. I tell people everything. You know, I don't care. I always make people feel bad about it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you try to get military discount at places and it don't be military discount, and you know you be like, yeah, military discount. Like, sorry. I be like, it's cool. I was only willing to risk my life for your freedom. They're like, I be like, over and over. They be like, okay, I'm sorry. And I be like, it's all good. You smell that? They be like, what? I be like, smells like freedom. Something that I risked my life for yours over and over. Like, oh. Yeah, man. I'm coming from Philadelphia, man. I've been in Philly for a few years. I'm actually born and raised in Richmond, Virginia, right? And so, hey, South in the house, you know what I'm saying? So there's a thing we have, you know, called Southern hospitality, you know, and Richmond is, you know, a pretty rough area, you know, and I was like, I wanted to escape crime, poverty, and violence. So I moved to Philly, you know what I'm saying? Might as well make my life shorter, you feel me? Like, think we got Southern hospitality. Spoiler alert, Philadelphia doesn't know much about it, you know? Like we have regular things in the South we can do, you know? Like speak to people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially once you come above the mason, especially not in New York either. You can't speak to somebody because if you speak to somebody, you want something. You feel what I'm saying? Like say hello to somebody. Hello, they got oils or something for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know, but yeah, all my Southern hospitality is gone now, though. It's all gone. I mean, all that means is that I honk my horn at people for stopping completely at a stop sign now. That's it, you know? Like, I don't even hold doors no more when I go home. I just let it close. I be like, your hands work, Mom. Okay, you be out. Fuck out of here, you know? I gotta, like, really embrace, you know, the culture. Back at home, right, back in Virginia, my father, I come from a preaching background. My father is a preacher, and I was a preacher, but I left there. You see how that's going, you know what I'm saying? My father, he wanted me to follow in his footsteps. Now, the thing is, my father, he felt like everybody in the Bible was black. He said, everybody. Like, Dad, I don't feel like, yeah, E-R-R, body, you know, from the South, everybody, yeah. I was like, Dad, I don't feel like it works that way. I don't think everybody in the Bible black, you know. I was like, Dad, I personally think Jesus' disciples were Mexican. Follow me before I lose you, okay? This is the gospel according to Trayvon, all right? All right. Said, why do you feel that way, son? I said, because Acts 2, God came to Solomon and said, hey, you and the other disciples come together in one accord. So we got a thinking crowd out here tonight, you know? The joke usually ripples, you know? What I'm saying is, I don't know anybody else who can fit 12 people in a Honda. Do y'all? That's just grade A racism tonight. Good. It's more where that came from, you know? Like, I talk about it all, right? Because, you know, we all have worldwide perspectives because we all travel. We was all in the military, so I talk about it all, right? And, like, you know, I see things differently. Like, you know, one day there was a Caucasian lady, right? And the place in Philly is called Penn's Landing. That's where the ships and stuff come in, right? So I'm there, and the Caucasian lady, nothing wrong, she's Caucasian, but she sees me, skips everybody and sees me. She said, hey, sir, we're giving out free colonial cruises. Sir, we're giving out free colonial cruises. Sir, do you want to go on a free colonial cruise? Hell no, I don't want to get on a free colonial cruise. Why? I was like, because the last time we got on one of those, we ended up here. Philadelphia? No, nigga, America, where's your history book? I called her the N-word. I was like, you deserve this oppression, ma'am. You deserve it. It's the only time, you know. It's the only time, you know. And I was in the Army. I did 12 years in the Army. So I say who to all of y'all, you feel me? So there you go, baby, there you go. Now here's the thing, right? Like everybody always want me, when you in the military, want you to protect and serve them. I'm not him, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you leave the fate of the country in my hands, we all fucked. I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? Like, you see these glasses and these sleek pants. You like when I said I was a preacher, you like, I knew it. It's the corduroy. I knew it. Because the thing, people always want you to do things for them. Like one time my cousin, she's locked out her apartment. And she was like, Trayvon, I need your help. I'm like, what's up? She said, I'm locked out of my apartment. I need you to go in, open the door, from the window, open the door. I said, that's cool. I could do that. No problem. She said, here's the thing. It's on the 3rd floor. I was like, here's the thing. No. Come on, man. I need a soldier. I need you to go in there, do a few pull-ups, open the door. I was like, it sounds like you need Spider-Man. That's not me. I don't know what you need me for. You know what I'm saying? Like I give there, and people want me to protect and serve. Like I give non-threatening blackmail. Like most people don't know I was in the military. Like and here's the thing: I think it's because bald with glasses, and I ain't even had these glasses at first. Like, and I've been bald since I was 19. I've been bald for a long time, and I ain't even have a beard. I was just out this junk with eyebrows. I was walking around looking like a healthy stage 4. Is what I'm saying. Like. I heard it all. People would talk about me, they would say things about me. Like one time I got on stage, and when you're a non-threatening black person, they just say what they feel, Got on stage, and the dude was like, somebody get Little Bill the fuck off the stage. I was like, come on, sir. Sorry, sir. He was like, hey, y'all, this guy looked like Jinkies. Jinkies? Sir, you mean Velma? It's a fictional female character, sir. His response was, hey, y'all, this nerd know the name of Jinkies. You're right, I do, sir, I do. And here's the thing now, everybody always want to thank you for your services, right? Like, this is the only day I want people to thank me for my services on Veterans Day. Every day, we get tired of that, right? Y'all get tired of it. Like, I feel like there's wrong times to be thanked for your services. Like when I got to Philly, and I was still in uniform, because I was living out there, I still am, and I was still in uniform. And I got a nice Philly welcome when I got there, nice Philly welcome. I had got robbed. What happened was, right, so like I was at the store, right, and the guy walks in with a shotgun. He cocks it. He was like, everybody on the ground now. Everybody immediately looked at me. I immediately looked at them. I was like, you heard the man. He said everybody on the ground. I don't know what you're looking at me for, So I'm finna get on the ground. And he taps me with the muzzle of his weapon, and he was like, hey, man, real quick, before you get on the ground, I want to say, thank you. For your service. I was like, you're welcome. Do I get military discount off this robbery? He was like, nah, I still need your wallet. I was like, fuck out of here. There was another guy, he was getting a robbery, a breaking and entering happening, and he wanted me to help him. He said, hey, sir, is the breaking and entering happening? I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at me for. He was like, I need you to do what soldiers have been doing since the beginning of this country, since the beginning of this time. I was like, you need me to do what? He said, yeah, I need you to do what soldiers have been doing in this country since the beginning of this time. Like, you sure? He said, yeah. So I stole the rest of his stuff, and then I moved in, right? I moved in. He was like, oh my gosh, you can't do that. I was like, yes, I can. I stuck a flag in his yard. I was like, America, I now own all of I'm discovering this land that you got there, sir. I'm gonna just move in, blow all stuff up, freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say one last thing before I get out of here, right? I'll say, I'm divorced, right? And the thing is, right, my wife, my ex-wife, now she was from North Philly. Now the thing is, in North Philly, that's where all the gangster rappers are from, right? Now her words to me, everything was, hey, stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't like it's North Philly. To everything, right? I'm your husband. Now when I first get there, right, I like, hey, sweetheart, I want a nice place. I want some grass, everything. I get there, no grass, there's caution tape 2 doors down. I was like, I don't want to go in there, babe. She was like, oh my gosh, stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't like it's North Philly. It was West Philly. It was the part where Will Smith from smacking people, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's still bad out here. First time coming to New York, I want to go see my friends. We're in the project building in New York, right? We go see her. It's 15 black guys outside with black hoodies on. Look like a Wu-Tang video. Like, I don't think I want to go in there, sweetheart. Oh my gosh, here you go again. Stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't North Philly. Like, yeah, sweetheart, it's the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to remember why she like that, why she's such a thug. And I made the mistake, I married a military woman, right? I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened was, right? I'm like, why is she such a thug? She's so calm in the face of danger. And I had to remember how we met each other. And we were in the military together and we deployed. Now, we were in Erbil, Iraq. Now, you know you gotta have on the IBA, Kevlar, and weapon 249 or M16, right? Now they're shooting at us, Erbil, Iraq. We do an emergency landing. We had to come out like the rope, all you can be commercial, whatever. And so we pulling security, let's go, let's go. My wife at the time comes out, bulletproof vest, no Kevlar, is on her book bag, holding her weapon like a purse, sashaying in the desert with ISIS. My commander sees her, kicks her clean, smooth in the chest. She falls in the dirt. He says, soldier, what are you doing? We're in the war zone. You need to get yourself together. She looked at this guy dead in his face and was like, whoa, sir, relax. Why are you acting like that? Because we're in Iraq? Stop being such a bitch. It ain't that bad. It ain't like it's North Philly. I divorced her ass that day. I've been Trayvon Fulton. Thank y'all very much.